press start and go full throttle. What's up, gearheads? It's Griffin Steinfeld. I'm here with my buddy John.
What's going on, guys?
Today we are we're heading to the dyno. We're taking the 2017 Duramax to the dyno to see exactly how much power this thing puts out. Factory rates these things at 445 horsepower and 910 foot-pounds of torque, which is really good. A lot of power for a factory truck, but it's not enough for me. So what I did so far was bought a Banks Derringer module for a nice bump in power and also a K&N intake. So we're gonna go to the dyno today to see exactly how much power this thing's making. We'll do a few pulls. One completely stock with the stock intake for a baseline, turn the Derringer all the way up to level 6, see if there are any gains, and then put the K&N intake on there. We're gonna run that stock and also on level 6. Why? Because we have nothing better to do today. So follow along, keep watching. We're on our way to the dyno right now, so we're gonna see what this thing makes. Woo. All right, we have made it. We made it to the dyno, New Era Performance. Just got the hood open, gonna let her cool down. There's a nice little shot of the motor right there. So, let's get this thing on the rollers and see what the heck she does. This is the lie detector right here. Okay, this thing's finally done with regen. Let's get it on the rollers and see what she does. Cable
There we go. Let's see what Alex can do.
Do it, Alex.
Let's see what New Era can do.
Hey, you hit my truck. You buy me a new one.
I'm just getting mine.
Oh God, don't hurt my baby. We got 500,000 straps in the back. Good. All right. Good to go. By the way, this is Alex, shop owner. Hey. Let's do it. All right, first run, stock, completely stock, level 1, stock airbox. Alex, what do you think it's gonna make? 350. 350 horse and how much torque? 650. Okay. John, what do you think?
I think similar horsepower, 620 torque.
Okay, I was gonna guess around 325 horsepower and like 700 torque.
Okay, well, getting up there.
Let's see if we can get that 700 torque first pull. What was that? How much torque?
869 torque.
869 torque.
What?
375 torque horsepower.
869 foot-pounds of torque. Stock. Oh my gosh.
At 2100 RPM.
That is crazy.
That's a beautiful draft.
All right, let me see that. Bring everyone here. Here's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna take the Banks and we're gonna go up to level 6. Let's see what she does. Alrighty, let's see if the Banks was worth the money.
Hit the start once to get it on the recording file.
There you go.
Now when you're ready, 100 again, same thing.
961 foot-pounds of torque and 420 horsepower.
45 horsepower gain and about 100 pounds of torque.
Whoa! Wow, it felt good too. All right, that was Banks. That was the Banks level 6. Now let's see what it does with the K&N intake. All right, let's see how quickly we can get the stock intake out of here. Ew, ugly, nasty stock airbox. That's filled with water, apparently. Ugh. Let's get this thing the heck out of here. Make room for the K&N. Back in, lock it, and we're done. All right, let's go run this K&N intake and see what it does. All right, so we're currently at 420 horsepower and 961 foot-pounds of torque with the stock airbox, but on level 6 with the Derringer. All right, so I think I'm gonna do this one on stock level so we can get a baseline. We lost a little bit of power with the K&N on the stock level. So let's crank it up to level 6. Let's see what it does. .21 horsepower and 958 foot-pounds of torque. All right, let's put this thing under more load and see if it likes it, because diesels like load. How did I like it? It didn't.
It doesn't like it.
It doesn't like the load. Interesting. So let's pull the air filter off to see if we can just get all the air in there. See what happens. All right. No air filter. Let's see if it makes more power. Woo! 427 horsepower, 937 foot-pounds of torque. Well, the filter made a big difference, or no filter made a good difference. Interesting, it sounds wicked too. just for the hell of it, I want to put the stock intake back on it and run it one more time to see if we can duplicate our peak of 421 horsepower and 958 foot-pounds of torque. So let's see if we can duplicate that. We're back with the stock intake, level 6 with baked in, and we're going to see if we can duplicate the original highest horsepower and torque we got the first time.
What's your load at?
0. And 961 torque. We're getting pretty close again. The reason why they're not as impressive is because it's getting heat soaked. Everything's getting hot. I'm watching on my Banks IDAS gauges that coolant temp, trans temp, they're all starting to get a little warm. Also, intake air temps are getting a little warm as well. We don't have a fan on it, so I'm happy. Let's take this filter out and see if we can get a few more horsepower. All right, for our last and final test, let's get desperate here. We're gonna prop the air box open like this. No filter, just straight air, cold air from the outside. Let's show you guys what the inlet sees right there. See that? And you can see the little mass airflow sensor in there. We're just gonna kind of rest it like so. Normally this thing would kind of sit down on there with the air filter. So let's prop this thing up and see what it does. A little bit better. 419 horsepower, 955 foot-pounds of torque. We're still a few horsepower and a few torques down because I think it's getting a little heat soaked. But let's just do one more pull just for the hell of it because it's fun. I'll take you guys up here with me. So this is what I see. Now don't mind the lights on the dash. Every car does that when they get on the dyno because the rear wheels are spinning and the front wheels aren't. So StabiliTrak freaks out, ABS freaks out. So let's see here. We're gonna manually shift. First, second, third, fourth. Now I'm gonna go to the controller here, press start once to get the gauges. We're gonna make sure she's down at around 1200 RPM. Press start and go full throttle. And then press the red button, hit the brakes. All right, see? Back up, 420 horsepower, 967 foot-pounds of torque. I think that's the best. Is that a record, John?
Yep. That's the most torque.
That's the most torque. Well, if one pull is good, let's do another one. Hit start again. Let it go to fourth gear. Second, third. There's fourth gear. Hit start, full throttle. Woo! 968, one more foot-pound. Let's see if we can get to 970. Let's do it. All right, first gear, second gear, third, fourth. Let's let it come down a little bit. Like that. Hit start. right, now I messed up on that one a little bit. I rolled into full throttle a little too hard, so what happens was the torque converter unlocked. It let the motor zing up because it thinks you're like pulling a trailer and you're trying to pass someone, or you're towing, or I'm sorry, or you're like merging and it downshifts. That's basically what it was doing. But all in all, I think we're done. I think we made a pretty good amount of power today. 968 foot-pounds of torque out of a completely factory sealed L5P Duramax at the rear wheels. That's well over 1,000 foot-pounds of torque at the flywheel. Wow, I'm happy. This truck's an absolute beast. Hope you guys had fun. Peace.